President Trump tweeting just moments ago announcing that his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, has contracted COVID-19.
Rudy Giuliani is the latest amongst the Trump brigade to test positive for COVID-19. The news coming from Trump himself, who took to Twitter to wish his personal attorney well. The tweet read, Rudy Giuliani by far is the greatest mayor in the history of NYC and who has been working tirelessly exposing the most corrupt election by far in the history of the USA has tested positive for the China virus. Get better soon, Rudy. We will carry on. Trump's tweet, very xenophobic by still referring to the virus as the China virus and full of delusion, still calling the election corrupt. But what's new? Anyway, is anyone surprised that Giuliani tested positive? Because this was him just days ago at that disastrous committee hearing asking a witness to take off her mask. Take a look.
Ms. Jacob?
Yes.
I don't want you to do this if you feel uncomfortable, but would you be comfortable taking your mask off so that people could hear you more clearly?
Can you hear me now?
Can everyone hear it clearly?
We can hear it. We can hear you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, no one had a problem hearing her but him, and he was sitting right next to her. Thank goodness she wasn't trying to risk her life and carried on with her mask. Everyone is confused how this man hasn't tested positive before now.
We know that he's been in close contact with several people, including his son, Andrew Giuliani, a White House official, as well as one of his aides, Boris Epshteyn, who is on the president's legal team, who have both tested positive for coronavirus in recent weeks. And yet Mayor Giuliani did not abide by those quarantine guidelines from the CDC. He continued to travel to numerous cities, to numerous states across the country to try and overturn the results of the election. And some of these events, you saw Mayor Giuliani not wearing a mask. He was in indoor spaces where most of the attendees were not wearing masks, as he was recently at that hotel ballroom in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where you saw most of the attendees in that room were not wearing masks in an indoor space that goes exactly against all of the public health guidelines. So at some point, obviously, if you don't follow these guidelines and you continue to, not change your behavior, this is going to happen.
Imagine that, not adhering to any guidelines at the tender age of 76, just putting your life and everyone around you's life in danger to try and overturn election results for Donald Trump, in which every single attempt has failed. The people you have been around tested positive, and you still did not care enough to put on a mask, social distance, quarantine yourself? All for Donald Trump, who would literally replace you and move on and continue with false claims if you were to lose your life to this virus. Donald Trump, who had the virus, we've seen this man struggling to breathe. Herman Cain, who was a huge anti-masker, lost his life to the virus while rallying for Trump during the beginning of this pandemic. Many people of Trump's administration, including Giuliani, have rejected the guidelines of public health experts. And as a result, Trump supporters have too. Well, with the recent spike of coronavirus cases and death toll in the United States, it is clear. But listen, COVID-19 does not give a damn who you are. No one is above the virus. Wear your mask, quarantine, social distance, and if you don't want to do any of the above, stay your ass home. I'm Rebecca Azor. Keep it locked right here for politics and more on The Benjamin Dixon Show.